Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kara here with another Exos Heroes video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the new Exos update that was just added to the game. We got 4 new things here. We got the new IDEN kit has been released. Got the kits for the Vagabond characters we're going to talk about. There's another World Explorer event. And then also, in my opinion, a controversial attendance pass package release that we'll get to at the end here. First thing we got is IDEN's new kit here. He's going to be the new chance at banner for the Fake Core. And he's a blue Fake Core, which already makes him pretty valuable. Just even if his kit is not good, still going to be very useful for a lot of other parts of content in the game and just increasing your stats passively overall. So I'm interested to see what they do with this kit. This is the first time reading the kit, and this is a character that I used pretty extensively, especially in the beginning of the game for challenges, because he's one of the few characters that has the 0 mana AoE, and for Nature Days that was very useful. So I used him a lot back in the day. So let's see how they improved him. So the first thing, let's talk about his passive. Still has Finishing Blow, and they added the new passive Superstar, which afflicts target with the Ascension mark for 7 turns when the skill hits, increasing all damage over time on the target with attention by 100%. And also Fan Club afflicts target with Anti-Fan mark when attacked, triggers double team on all living allies if the health of the enemy with Anti-Fan is 30% or lower. So it's just like an execute, seems like. And so then we got the A1, which is deals 525% piercing damage to one enemy. And then the A2, which is deals, so it's a 1 mana, deals 51% damage to all enemies. And over time, poisons target, causing 31% damage every turn for over 2 turns. So if he wasn't a blue Fake Core, I'd probably say pass on him. This is a character that would really only be useful, especially very early into the game if you're really trying to struggle on challenges on Nature Day. It's really where I'm seeing him shine. I'm not seeing him as like a main meta-defining character or anything like that, but I do like this combination of a very low mana move and a poison for 2 turns, so it's going to break 3 stones just on its own without any boost to it. And then the characters that he's boosting for the blue, since he's a Fake Core, is going to be actually really good characters. We have Bathory, Aurora, Illum, also Tauntalo, Karen. Let's see if there's any other good characters himself. And then mostly it. Also got Gale in there. So just a pretty solid blue Fake Core character, nothing too crazy, probably on the same level as like the FC Yao back in the day, maybe a little bit. Yeah, it's right around that level, in my opinion. Nothing too crazy. I wish, I don't know, maybe this mana was a little lower. I don't really know. It just seems like a pretty underwhelming kit to me. Just a pretty meh kit, especially for maybe like based on what I'm looking at in the game. This is not really what I'm looking for in a kit. I'm looking for like, stronger passives and more useful moves here instead of stuff like this like really weak hit that just does poison damage. That's super useful in other parts of the game, but not necessarily what is it doesn't really scale well in my opinion. So if you're still struggling on challenges, definitely pick this guy up. Well, actually, no, even if you are struggling in challenges, I still don't, because he's a blue Fake Core. So there is that to him. He's just, because blue Fake Cores are still really hard for me to go to evaluate, in my opinion. I do think they're good and they're important, but now with Signature Force, and I think it's a lot easier for me to be like, hey, even if it's the general you don't really care about, or the kit of the FC version of the general is not that good, it's still like, I'll just get them because you're going to need all the copies and you can do Signature Force. I don't think that's necessarily the case with blue Fake Cores. I think blue Fake Cores are good, especially if you could fuse them, but that feels like and then usually these blue Fake Cores are not that good. The only one that was like actually a good character was like the blue Fake Core for Baraka. And I haven't really used blue Rachel too much, but I used blue Fake Core Baraka extensively. So as long as you're going for the fusion, then you potentially could get some massive boosts on health. For example, like these characters, it goes up from a 6% boost in health, although it could be up to a 30%. You got to get pretty lucky for that, but that's a possibility. And it's just still hard for me to recommend. Once there's a blue Fake Core character that's not just, because like this is not just like a bad character. It's just like a mediocre character. mediocre to like kind of okay. So nothing too crazy to write home about here. So it's really hard for me to recommend. I'm going to say this is a push. Since this is a blue fake core, I don't blame you if you do pull for him, but it's very hard for me to recommend, especially with most of the benefits of being a blue fake core are from fusing. So that's why I'm going to say pass. So now let's talk about the new Vagabond characters here. We have, first of all, Schmidt here, and then let's talk about his kit. So he's a counter-style character. So his stats distribution is going to matter once we start to read his kit here. But counter-style characters have pretty solid defense, pretty solid attack, pretty solid attack speed. Okay, like they're kind of like middle of the pack, like a little bit above average and everything. Okay, so then also gains mana if the target dies, and when they counter, and then also gains mana if the health of the target is 70% or more. Okay, then flow of mana, and that's all typical for counter characters, counter 3 characters at least. Then flow of mana, back row allies permanently gain 1 mana. And then here's Master's Footsteps. I'm going to read it the best, like based on the translation without seeing the gameplay. I'm going to give you guys my take on it. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but this is how I see this effect playing out. Okay, so we got Master's Footsteps, grant Master's Footsteps to ally. I believe that should be allies with lower defense than the caster. Then Prey, afflicts target with Prey Mark when the skill hits, grants turn reset for allies except the caster possessing Master's Footsteps. When I read that, I was like, wait, why? But how I think this works is they're wanting the characters, and then let me finish it before I say this. When the ally attacks an enemy marked with Prey, can be acted 1 time per hero for each round. Okay, so how I'm thinking this works is the characters with Master's Footsteps go, and then characters that don't have it activate Prey. So like characters with more defense than Schmidt, for example, would attack, or just Schmidt would attack if you just had Schmidt and then a whole bunch of people with less defense than him. That's how I'm seeing it. Like he kind of just calls himself to assist. That's how I'm seeing Prey. And it could be once per round. So when you're doing, each time you go through each phase, he's going to do it 1 time. And that's how I'm seeing it. Then Guardian reduces, this is the one I'm a little confused by, I think. Okay, so Guardian reduces own received damage by 90% when all allies except the caster with the Master's Footsteps effect survive. Like, it just feels counterintuitive to me. So reduces his own damage. So it's called Guardian. So the way I look at this is, and from canon, how he's trying to protect Xeon. I'm reading this as in he's supposed to, protect Xeon, like he's going to take less damage when Xeon's alive. He's trying to protect him. That's how I'm seeing it. But it's worded like the opposite. Like Xeon's already dead. And then now he takes less damage. Like, for example, reduces own damage by 90% when all allies except the caster with Master's Footsteps effects survive. So all allies except the people with Master's Footsteps, all people that except the people that he cares about survive. That's when he gains all the 90% damage reduction. If this was called like Blind Rage or something, or, he's just popping off, but this is like, it's Guardian. Like if it was something like takes 90% of the damage that they take for him, that would make sense, right? But I don't get it. I really hope this is I just need to see it. Maybe, am I crazy? Like maybe I'm just reading it wrong. I don't know. Okay. A1 and A2 are straightforward in my opinion. Deals 178% damage to all enemies. And then the last one is just a big nuke, which it's a 5 mana burst move. So it's a massive nuke, deals 1050% damage to 1 enemy. So seems pretty solid. I don't know what the hell that does, but we'll see it, I guess, when gameplay goes down. Okay. And then now we got this is going to be Awakened Xeon when you finish the campaign. You can get them for free. Well, free for completing the campaign. He becomes an assassin style character, which I think is kind of interesting. It makes sense because he was a counter style character, and so if he had the same base stats, he wouldn't be able to take advantage of Master's Footsteps. Well, I mean, he could, but he would have to really work hard for it. Student becomes Master, increases own attack by 20% when the effects of Master's Footstep, or when affected by Master's Footsteps every time the turn resets. Can be stacked up to 4 times. The way I read that, when I hear turn reset, I'm expecting him to be able to reset his turn like Brock or something like that. I'm assuming it's just when he goes again. So he gets 20%. He's just scaling. He's just constantly 20% attack, 20% attack 4 times. And then deals 700, his active 1, 4 mana, deals 750% damage to 1 enemy. And then his A2 is going to be, requires 5 mana, deals 357% damage to all enemies. So for a character like this, that's pretty high. Like the characters that have high attack like this are Bathory, like the same percentage as Bathory, Annie, or FC Annie. Same mana cost, but it's not a burst move, so it's going to be capped out here. These characters are significantly faster, or I should say just this character in general is significantly faster. So I think he could actually do some damage. I wish this wasn't 4 mana and then 5 mana. Just kind of, I wish it was 3 mana and 5 mana or something like that. He's going to be fast. I think you're going to want a lot of back row characters because you gain mana every time your same row goes. So I could see you wanting to do like a 1-4 split. I could see you wanting to, because he's going to be fast because he's a finishing blow character. You're going to want FC Annie on there. Like those are going to be the things that I'm thinking. You're also going to get extra mana because you have Schmidt on the team. So I think he could be pretty good. He has a good combination of being able to kill people individually. I just think his passive is really not that strong compared to the current meta passives. So I guess we'll have to see, but I'm not sure. I think he seems solid on paper. Maybe he's like a tag team level team. Maybe he's a really good for Dragon, for example, because he's going to be scaling. He's going to survive for sure. Going to scale up, going to guarantee all 4 stacks of that 20% attack. And then he's going to start hitting like an absolute truck. So like there's a lot of potential there. Okay, and then lastly, CoA, and then this character here is going to be a typical first aid 3 character, so expect really high health pool and super slow. And then Spring Wind, when affected by Master's Footsteps, the caster grants an effect that increases Nullify Heal immunity and health regeneration by 100% to all allies who are also affected by Master's Footsteps. So maybe I just don't understand Nullify Heal immunity. It's a mechanic that I almost never encounter ever, but negate increases Nullify Heal immunity. So is Nullify Heal immunity a percentage and we're increasing that? I don't know. I've literally been playing this game since launch and I've never had to worry about that. So cool, maybe something done. So he's going to be giving Nullify Heal immunity, or increases Nullify Heal immunity. Usually in games, when you have immunity, there's no need to increase it. But okay, I wish the and health regenerating by 100% to all allies who are also affected by Master's Footsteps. So essentially, she's just going to be covering all the people affected by Master's Footsteps with these 2 effects here. I can see increasing health regenerating by 100% being pretty good, but increasing Nullify health immunity seems a little bizarre. It's like a super immunity. And then heals all allies by 34% of on max health. It cleanses all debuffs and damage over time effects from all allies, and then also deals 255% damage to all enemies. So just typical healer stuff with the unique passive correlating to Master's Footsteps. Not many healers are actually popular, except the main one in Dorka, but there's a few other ones, a few other exceptions to that. So it's like when I see this kit, it's like I don't like seeing the same kit because I feel like Dorka proves that like this kit doesn't work, because Dorka is like the actual one everyone wants to take, whereas this kit seems they need to do something to make healers actually relevant. Dorka shouldn't be the best healer, in my opinion. Dorka, like, it's just bizarre that they have this. I don't know. It just seems really weird for the game. You know, like, I understand that they package it in a general character, but it's an assassin healer that beats out all of the other healers. It makes this healer class feel useless to me, because I barely use it. Like, I have FC Lepin, I have FC Anastasia. Like, all those characters are solid and they have, big burst heals, but it's like the healer class shouldn't have to feel niche to another character. It's just weird design to me. And then when they make another character that's like roughly as good as those characters, it's like, okay, like, it's just kind of a big shoulder shrug. But as you'll see later, you'll be able to purchase this character for a bargain. Okay, and then lastly, it's just how we're gonna mainly get these guys is through national recruit tickets. through the recruit vagabond on here. And I'm not sure if any of these are, I wonder if he's considered a general like level character, but I'm not sure. So I guess we'll see if he's going to be in the fake core select or in the faded selector tickets, but at least we know that he's in the national recruit tickets, which, maybe go for it, stack them up. Yeah, I feel like national recruit tickets are massively overpriced and you're going to stack up so many of them. So just keep saving. If you guys have managed to save up enough to go to pity in a month, maybe this is the guy to pull it on, but I'm not sure yet. I need more information to see just how good this character is. So we got a World Explorer event. This is going from November 11th all the way through November 25th. You can exchange these items in the door creation. And then the first anniversary cake hero, randomly obtain one of common through legendary hero faded weapon. How I read that is it's like a one-time, see, it's like no read limit, one-time thing. I'm like, maybe it's just like a legendary hero, like no faded heroes, but like exclusive weapon. Maybe I'm just misreading that. And first anniversary cake growth, randomly obtain 5 material of inferior standard, experience scroll. So like, I don't know, these things are okay. First anniversary cake, 10 times per 4 event period. You need 100 of these guys, obtain national recruit ticket to use that national recruit. That's pretty good. And then the die coupons are, it's pretty much all up to you. And then 50 of them obtains a moo. Seems pretty solid. And then 150 of these obtains Holy Water of the Universe. Me personally, I would just do the national recruit tickets. I think that's the best deal. I think that's the way to go. And then if this is the top one that I think it is, then I would do that one as well. Where it's like a exclusive weapon, might as well. They really, in my opinion, overprice these Holy Water of the Universes. I think eventually you'll get them. I've gotten so many of them just through doing your challenges every day. Eventually they will come. Eventually you're going to run out of characters to need to go to 6-star. Eventually you'll run out of characters that you're going to want to awaken. So these being like the most expensive thing, if you really need it, if you're kind of newer to the game, definitely take advantage of it. But later on, these are not going to be a bottleneck for you, in my opinion. And then lastly, this is the thing that I'm like most disappointed by. I really don't like this release structure. So what this is the anniversary celebration attendance pass package released. Okay. Anniversary celebration attendance pass package released. Okay. So the anniversary celebration attendance pass package has been released. That's ridiculous. From November 12th after maintenance through November 25th. You can spend 5,000 crystals for a daily reward structure, anniversary celebration attendance pass package, 14 days. And then the first day you get 500 Zest. Second day you get, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 300,000 gold, 300 levy stones. Like these are not things of 5,000 crystals. It's $45. $45. And then at the very end, you have to wait 14 days. 14 days, 5,000 crystals to then get CoA, who, in my opinion, doesn't seem that crazy. I don't even care what character you put on there because all these rewards are pretty much trash. But is there anything I like in here? 10 national recruit tickets. That's the equivalent of, in my opinion, 700 Zest. So you get 500 Zest, 700 Zest, and a guaranteed faded. And then you get like holy water, you get all this stuff, magic, faded armor, like trash. It doesn't even look like it's rank 1. Even if it is rank 1, it doesn't matter. But by their valuation, that rank 1 piece would be $50 too, or 5,000 crystals too. I think this anniversary celebration attendance pass package is complete trash. This is like garbage tier. If this was one of the things, if this is exactly how it looks presented here, this is the worst deal I've ever seen. Absolutely hate this deal. Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. There's this patch. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Yes, it kind of ends, it puts it in a sour mood, in my opinion. I wanted to save that to the end. I want to hear your opinion. Am I being too harsh on this pack at the end here? Let me know in the comments below. If you like content like this, please consider subscribing. It really helps with the channel. Also, I'm affiliated with BlueStacks, so I left 2 links for 2 different games that you could try in Raid Shadow Legends and Marvel Strike Force. How the credit works is it's through the actual in-game download. So give them a shot. Me personally, I'm having a lot of fun with Marvel Strike Force, significantly more than I am with Raid. So definitely give that a shot if you're interested in a hero collector style game. And with that, you guys have a good one. Peace.